What is white space? Sometimes called negative space, it is an important graphic design principle that refers to the space between objects used for aesthetic reasons. An expert with white space can easily create easy-to-digest design. Bad use of white space creates a sense of busyness and clutteredness, making it hard to read. The Japanese have a specific term for this called ma. The existence of ma in an artwork has been interpreted as an emptiness full of possibilities like a promise yet to be fulfilled, and has been described as the silence between the notes which makes the music. The space between the trees in this piece is just as important as the trees. It doesn't just apply to graphics, you can see them in architecture or other forms of design too. Here's an example of white space in my thumbnail. Here's one of a building interior. Here's 3 good reasons to use white space in your design. Number 1, elements feel more premium. When I think premium, I think Apple. Apple designs have large space between elements and it's very clear and concise. Have a think about other brands that look premium and chances are they are doing the same thing. Number 2, elements are more readable. No one wants to decode your design, as you can see from this design. Number 3, it gives the design a sense of hierarchy. If all elements are crammed together, it's hard to distinguish which one is more important or which one I'm supposed to look at first. Let's look at some bad examples. I found this random example from the web. If you look at it, the design on the left is well balanced. The one on the right is not. Because everything is butted up on the right hand, I don't see which one is more important. Am I supposed to read the dotted lines first? No. If you look at the left one, I can clearly see I'm supposed to read left to right. On the right hand version, the first thing I see is the dots, which makes it feel like I should read that first. Whereas what we really want to do is sum up the information on the left with what we do, and then have people read the little paragraph. In this example, I'm looking at the top, and I feel like this is a much better design than the bottom one. With the bottom one, everything's very cramped and feels tight, and there's no breathing room for anything to breathe. On the bottom example, everything feels crammed in. If you look at it, the button is also smaller on the bottom version, which will get less click. On this example, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking at. Everything is crammed together, and it makes me wonder. Whereas the navigation, for example, is that right at the very top, or is it the colored bars? On this example, there's so many squares and little compartmented bits that I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. I feel like because the biggest element is in the bottom right, I'm looking there, but that's really not what I should be looking at first off. I should be looking at the actual content of the page. But the content of the page is so small and crammed in that it all blends together, a bit like a catalog, a badly designed catalog. When I look at this Apple example, for the M1, the new M1, I can clearly see what I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm supposed to look down the page, and that is because of the white space. If you look, you'll see a tiny M1, Welcome to the Future of Mac, which is telling you the summary of these new systems. Then if I look down, because there's a giant space between them, I can see that then they're introducing the new models, both in picture form and in words. In this example, I can see the menu system and the scrolling of a mobile phone. Even the layout of the background elements is well designed, because it's framing the element. In this example, by tubicstudio.com, we can see that there's a giant quote in the middle, which basically sums up white space and hierarchy. If we don't have a hierarchy and white space, we don't know what to read. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up and hit subscribe.